boy Jacob back at you with more Minecraft from my survival world, guys. And yeah, I've been fighting with this iron golem farm for the last 2 days now. Believe it or not, I've changed this thing up, like the design twice now. And I'm not really too sure how the mechanics work here anymore. Okay? Because this is an old school design, and I mean old school, everyone. I'm talking like over 5 years ago. I didn't come up with this design you're looking at right here. But it works really damn good. Now the thing is, I'm noticing something funny about this. If I'm not close enough to this, right, to this thing, they don't spawn in frequently. Okay? And I thought that was very strange. I thought that was really strange because before, this is where I'd AFK, right? So there's the glass block, so where your fish is open to the sky. And then if you see there's one I think it's a half slab on top of a block there. So if we take that into consideration, right? I would have to go 1, 2. And this is technically where I was standing, where I AFK. But now I'm also, I think it's like 2 or 3 blocks down. So I'm wondering if that bit of a variation in positioning where I am when I AFK actually affects this, because it has to. It has to be, because I stood over here, like I kid you not, when I was changing this out, as soon as I get the villagers in place, right? I'm not even kidding you guys. Literally every 5 or 6 minutes a golem would spawn and there was no water up there. Okay? So what I had to do was basically take a lead, pull him, over to the hole, drop him down. As soon as I did that, and I timed this with a stopwatch, literally about 5 to 6 minutes, it was about in between. Literally, another one was spawned up in that top layer. But there was still no water, right? So I had to do this a couple times. I had a maximum of 3 spawn in before they stopped doing this. And I still hadn't placed the water. So then I started thinking, well, maybe that's the cap, right? Because of the amount of doors, the amount of villagers, right? It's reached its cap on that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I thought I just mentioned that, and it's like things have clearly changed when it's come to, building a iron golem farm in Minecraft. Vanilla, at least. Because, I don't know, so what I'm thinking is, and I'll show you the world I had where I got this design from, that I seen years and years ago. But what I'm thinking is, we're going to keep this one the same. Like this, right? And just continue, and oh my heavens, that pissed me off earlier, severely. I came up here, right, I checked to see how my villager breeding was doing up here, because I'm still trying to get a bunch more villagers for the trade center. So I thought, okay, let's see how they're doing, right? I came up here, and there was more than one of that guy. I was like, oh, cool, So I went over, I checked them, I was like, oh, this is the armor, and then I checked the other one. And it was a weaponsmith. A weaponsmith. And I was like, yes, and I was gonna get him, and then when I went to this platform, right there, yeah, that's when the worst happened. I ended up breaking the block, and I don't know how this happened, but this is my assumption. When I broke the block, right, he didn't get pushed out, like he didn't fall through right away. And then one of the other villagers came along, ended up pushing him. He ended up falling on a different angle and hitting this glass and dying. Like, seriously? I'm not even gonna lie, I was so frustrated, I killed off a bunch. And I learned over the last couple days too, if you kill villagers, it lowers the village score count. But you can just trade with them to bring it back up again, so that's not a problem. But I was frustrated. Oh, I was so frustrated. But that's the plan, guys. We're gonna build two. And according to MC Figures information, that's what I'm gonna go by here. And we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna keep this one, he said, at least 70 blocks away. So what I've done is, literally from like, I think it's somewhere, I took 3 full stacks of dirt, okay? And I started from like, just a little bit outside that actual, you know, perimeter of the box for the iron golem farm here. And then I started building this trail of dirt, as you see. And this goes out, it goes far. Like, it goes so far it doesn't even quite render in. So that's well over. And I watched another tutorial a couple times, and it said when you're building an iron golem farm, make sure to build it, you know, at least 100 blocks away from any other villages. So this is 3 full stacks. That's, I think, over 150 blocks minimal, if I'm not mistaken. So this is where the second one's gonna go. And we're gonna build it, you know, not so high up. I'm literally gonna build it right here. And then I'm just gonna dig out the ground area, you know, for the rest of it. And then make sure the villagers are safe and secure from any, you know, mobs or anything. So I'll just dig out around it so, you know, nothing can get to them. But yeah, that's the plan for that. And I'm going to do all that off camera. And then I'll show you guys that in a future episode where, you know, if it's working or not. Because I have been contemplating on doing an iron golem tutorial. Like, you know, an iron golem farm tutorial. But yeah, I don't feel confident and uploading, you know, a tutorial that is not going to be good. It's, you know, it's just going to misleading people. I don't want to do that. And another weird thing is, instead of having the villager with the doors at the top, and I don't understand this, guys. I simply don't understand this. Like, I don't know if I build one away, if I'll need to do this or not, but, you know, I'll have to do this regardless to breed more over there. But you know what I mean? I'm hoping I don't have to do this, you know, put a villager by a bunch of doors just to get it to activate. Because it seemed, and literally out of the 2 or 3 redesigns over the last 2 days I've done, unless I had a villager near a couple of doors, you know, with full solid blocks around him, underneath him, it would not work. It would not spawn a single iron golem. Even if you had the correct amount of villagers up there, you know, even if you had tons on each side, the right amount of doors and everything. I have 41 doors up there. I counted this earlier. I have 41 doors. Okay? And even then, it would not work. It simply wouldn't work until I had a villager close by somehow, and it seems either above or below, but you need that villager nearby. Like the spawn rates, like this is what I've been, you know, I took some out for hoppers there for what the next little part of this episode. But you know, that's what it's been spawning in, and I think the first time I designed this, to be honest with everyone, I think the first time I designed this thing, I did it so incorrectly, it worked awesome. And what I mean by that is, every iron golem design I've seen is basically kind of like this one, right here. And this one has, you know, how do I explain it? Let's just go over to one of my creative / survival worlds I've had for a couple, like many a year now. And yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about real quick. I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, here we are at the menu. And this is the survival server, right? This is my tutorial world. This is a world, because I have quite a few worlds here that I experiment, you know, and do things with and stuff like that. But yeah, this one I watched a tutorial and I made an iron golem farm over 5 years ago. I'm not even joking. And this is what it is. Now, if you know, don't focus on like all this glass here, all the rail systems, this little item elevator right here, right? Just focus on like the golem killing part. So if we do this right, and we'll put, you know, just a double chest there. So this is a world I made. Like, it's pretty crazy. It's just something I was, you know, experimenting with, you know, because creative mode, it gives you that freedom to do such things. So this is what I built in my survival world that you guys have been seeing so far. It's basically this design right here. And this is one that, like, the only difference is from that one in my survival world is this part right here. Now, I don't know if that matters or not. I really don't. I'm not completely sure. But you know what I mean? It has two of these villager pouches on each side. And this thing still works, apparently. Like, it's been over 5 years later, and this thing is unaffected. It still works just as good. Now, the thing I'm not understanding is this does not have, you know, that little villager by you know, the doors or anything like that on top or bottom. And it still, you know, it still functions. So I'm thinking there is something to, you know, where I have mine placed. The one thing I'm not understanding though is, like, how is mine working if it's not supposed to work? Like, I know it will work if I do everything right, but I'm not getting very good spawn rates, right? But the thing is, how is it working is the question I keep asking myself. Because if I can figure out that and understand that furthermore, because like this one, you know, it works without that. And I think it's because, you know, these villagers are close to the doors, but I designed this the same way in my survival world there. And like, it's a really basic design. There's not even light in the top here. The only light in here is this glowstone. And you know, it works. Like I said, I'm so baffled by this. And I'm going to continue experimenting with it, but like I said, I've already laid out my game plans for my survival world. I'm just going to build another one further away, kind of like this one is. Because this is really far away. This is the actual, you know, creative survival world I built for fun. Put quite a few hours into it, you know, but it was well worth it. Got a big tower here. Goes above the clouds. Stuff like that. You have stuff underneath the water. All this area right here. I thought, you know, that was pretty cool. You got this massive item sorting facility over here. You got a tree farm there. And this world has something unique that if people, you know, weren't one step ahead of Mojang, they won't have this option to, you know, mess around in a creative world and do it anymore. But this is the item sorting factory I made. It literally has a thing for pretty much anything that you can sort, which I really like. Because that's my kind of goal for a survival world one day. Not the one I'm doing right now, because that would lag it out so bad. When this thing operates, it causes tons of lag due to all the redstone, all, you know, the hoppers, everything. And then below you got, like, you know, your basic, pretty much cooking area, giant smelting system. There's all kinds of, you know, furnaces behind these mushroom blocks. As you can see here, we got a fern eye somewhere. All I know is there's like furnaces there, and then there's all these hoppers and lighting system and storage chests. And yeah, I just kind of went mental, you know, and when I made this world, I was like, yeah, it's just gonna be fun. Be awesome. But the other cool thing, like I said, was really unique to this world is not the stuff I built, but what I'm wearing. You can't do this anymore. And even in a creative world, you can't sit there and make like something that has enchantments like that. Like that's mental. Like that's absolutely mental, if you ask me. So that's pretty cool, you know, like and I already tested this. Half those things don't even work, depending on which piece of gear they're on. Like when you put on the head, for example, it has the things that allow you to see better underwater, right? Those work. Those work fine. You know what I mean? You take it off, everything goes terrible. Apparently I got an ender chest under here. Oh yeah, I made copies of them so I could duplicate them if I want, just for fun in this world. But only in this world. Other than that, you can't really, you can't do it anymore, like I said. So we're gonna head on back to my survival world, and we'll get on with the rest of the episode, guys. I'll see you there. So here we are, guys, back in my survival world. And apparently, like I said, I think that Iron Golem Farm has to do with something with distance. Because look in the background there. There's another one burning. And I've only just been here for like a minute or two. And yeah, so like I said, we're going to keep that one and build another one. But I'm going to do that off camera and then give you guys progress, updates, and future episodes on how that's doing. And then when I do eventually release an Iron Golem tutorial, like Iron Golem Farm tutorial, I should know everything I need to know about what's going to make it or break it, basically. But I love AFK fishing, guys. I get tons of experience, as you guys can see. This is my survival world. We got a diamond chest plate with mending 1, unbreaking 3, protection 4, I believe, and thorns 1. And then depth strider, protection, and mending. And then I'm working on the helmet and the leggings. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do. Like, let me show you guys this. This is from a little bit of sorting I did yesterday. Right? And then I put these chests in, you know, for extra storage. Just for fish. Because that's how much fish I got. And then that's a little bit of that. 16 ink sacks. Like, hell, I might be able to get all the ink I need for my tower from here. We got bones in there. Wooden bowls and name tags. So, what I'm thinking is, because this thing has still a ton of stuff to go through. And I want to show you guys how, like, the different kinds of items and things like that you can obtain from this. So I think, you know, doing you know, fast forward, you know, time lapse thing with some bumping beats. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So if anything, where'd he go? Where is he? Where is that little fella? Where's my DJ? Oh, okay. There you are, little buddy. Whoops, I broke some of that. That's okay. So my little DJ buddy there, he's gonna be playing the music for us while I do this. And I'm not gonna show all of this, you know. I'm just gonna maybe show like one song's worth of time lapse, so about 3 or 4 minutes. But you know, just to give you a good idea, like this thing yields quite a bit. So let's just get to it. All right, DJ. Start the music up. Went through all that stuff. And yeah, the reason why I did it like a montage with music and stuff, like a time lapse basically, is because this thing can be pretty annoying with the clicking, and some people don't like that. I've gotten used to it, but it's just like you throw the items in, right? You know what I mean? And then it gets sent down there. And then it goes in the lava. So that, you know, I didn't want to bug people with that. So this chest is full. This chest is getting full. So that means the hopper behind that one's full. And you get quite a lot of enchantments. When you think how long it would have took me, right, to try and enchant that many, you know, blank books, that would be mental. Imagine how many levels that would have took me. And you know, some of these books, they have multiple enchantments. Like, that's pretty damn good. Can't complain. You can use them for a variety of things. And then you just kind of sort through the ones you don't want, right? So, you know, I thought I'd show that. Oh, what was that one? Fortune 2, Feather Falling. Ooh, lured. No, that's nice. That's a pretty good feather falling enchantment. Let's see, what else do we got? Smite 3, Power 3. What's in here? Blast Protect. Oh, that's a pretty good one too. Holy crap. Respiration. Ooh, I'm taking that. Definitely need that. I believe that helps with breathing underwater, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. If someone wants to correct me on that, that'd be nice to know. But I'm pretty sure that's what it does. So I like AFK fishing a lot. So I thought, you know, I want a lot to have like, bleh, I'm trying to talk too fast. Just give me a moment, clear my throat, guys, and I'll be right back. Much better. So I've been thinking, with the whole emerald trading thing, right? We need lots of, you know, stuff to trade for emeralds. So why don't I build another one of these over by my spider grinder? Like, that's quite literally what I was thinking. We're gonna do this episode because I need a break from messing around with that that iron golem farm bull crap. And you know, like I said, I'll be doing that off camera. I'm not gonna bore you guys with any more of that because we'll give it one little check here. And I don't know how long I was down there. I wasn't down there very long. And look at, that's what I've been moving. You know, what's been collected, and this is what I've been, you know, what's apparently been dropping. Hello. Hi. Well, look at that, a free zombie villager. Yeah, that's another funny thing I thought about this. He can't be hurt, right, in there, but this is an easy way to catch zombie villagers, I'm noticing. Like, this guy's, I can't even tell what you are. I don't even know what you are, my friend. And I have nothing to catch you with. Because for all I know, that could be one of those weaponsmith armors. You know? And I know they're not coming from up there because this thing wouldn't even be working one little bit. Right? So, yeah, he'll be there for all of time. God only knows. But I want to try something real quick. So we got that enchantment, right? I believe that can go on a helmet, which we need to work on. I don't got enough for a diamond helmet, and I haven't unlocked that yet. So this will have to do for now. And eventually in the future we'll upgrade it. So originally Unbreaking 3. And it's going to gain fire protection and respiration. That's pretty good. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Even though I have a nether suit on, I am nether proof. Yeah, nether proof. But no, what I was thinking, everyone, was I want to build an AFK fish farm, and I'm going to do it better this time. I'm noticing how much of a pain in the ass it is to go through those items. Whoops. Excuse me. I don't know if you guys heard that little burp or not, but yeah, I drank a whole bunch of water there. Almost like a full, like 500 milliliters in one shot. But I thought it would be a great idea actually to help out do a couple things at once. One, I want to put in a system, like a lighting system, redstone lamp, you know, lamps, to basically, so I can turn them on with a lever, right? Lever, however you want to say it, you know, one of these things. I want to use that, right? And make it so I could turn it on and off. But I'm going to have to run that wiring down here. Oh yeah, by the way, I made this, guys. This is my my zombie killing sword. Has mending, looting 3, knockback 2, sharpness 4. It's amazing. You know, so it never breaks. Whoops. I keep making mistakes here. Eh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you put it like that, right? You take the sword out. It always goes back in like that. But this is the reason why I'm thinking we're gonna build a fish farm somewhere over here. Because of these guys under here. These spiders. Because I have a Fletcher, right? Who I can trade lots of string for emeralds. So it only makes sense to make an AFK fish farm here and start doing it over here. Now the thing is, like I said, with all those items, I want to put in a couple of item sorters. Like, you know, things that are going to basically take the items and just chuck them. Whether that be onto the ground or that's just, you know, chucks them into a little source block of lava. I don't care. I just want them gone because I only want this AFK fish farm to be focused on enchantments. And maybe, you know, like the ink sacks, because I still haven't got a functioning damn, these guys are noisy. I don't got a functioning ink farm yet, right? So I might want to collect those if anything. But everything else can go, you know, because the other one's collecting all kinds of stuff. So that's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to get a start on this. We're going to do progress updates. And then, yeah, we'll see how this turns out. I'm going to get started. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, guys. Progress update. It's been quite a little while. So this is the new look for the spider grinding, like the spider spawning room here. This is the top part above it. It's right there, as you guys can see. I just gave it a whole new look. I think it's better looking now, even though it's just stone, but it looks a hell of a lot better to me for some reason. I'm thinking of just doing some storage, you know, like put a chest there, and then we'll put one here. And if I want, I can get trap chests, put them there too, right? Or we could do something crazy like this. Make like a... Yeah, let's do that. That's different, I think. You know? I don't know what the storage will be for, but... Meh, I'll figure it out. And I'm gonna need hoppers, I think. Yeah, hoppers. Let's see if I do that. I'm just trying to figure out how I can cover these up, because I think I'll make two hoppers there, and then 2 more for the bottom underneath there. And then these can still open. But I need a way to access them too. So if I put those there. Just like that. Do I have any more of those? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. And then we, you know, cover it across the top like that. It's nicely. I can't put one more in there or else it won't open the chest. Let's see here. I don't need those in there anymore. And I don't got a whole lot of those either, so. Can't pick it up. Why can't I pick it up? I want that. Where'd the other one go? There it is. So yeah, 4 hoppers. And it'll just be like an extra storage for something. I don't really know. Because I'll put a piece of glowstone here. Maybe if we just leave that one a half slab, right? And then that way I can access them and I'll just get 4 pieces of glow. Well, 6. I'll put 2 behind there. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for that. Now, I gotta make a room for the item filtering systems. You know, it's gonna have a couple item filters in there basically. So this all works. I gotta, and also guys, when you make like any kind of a AFK, like a fish farm, make sure it's always open to the, you know, sunlight. Because then yeah, it'll work the best. And where these torches are, I can't build down there. As you guys can see, that's where part of the actual spider grinder is, so I cannot build there. That's why I put the chest here. It's like right on the wall, so it won't be an issue to put a hopper system going down over that way. So I'll be back once I have dug it out, and yeah, we got that room set up. I will see you guys then. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been many hours. So this is the game plan. These are the 2 items I want to keep aside, you know, from the enchanted books. Okay, and all the bows and stuff, I can get rid of that stuff. But if I have 5 item sorters, right, taking out these things while I AFK fish over at the spider grinder, I think it'll allow for more things to build up, because yeah, I could put, you know, filters in for the other things, but I think just eliminating these things alone will help a lot. And if I don't make a filter for these, right, these things will get collected. And right now, like I might have mentioned earlier in the video, I can't really remember, that was hours ago. But anyways, yeah, I do not have a working ink farm yet. Still working on that. Too much water around here, so. And leather's really good, you know, for if, I don't know, if you did need to make leather armor, right? The cool thing about leather armor, I find, is you can dye different colors. So that's an interesting fact if you didn't know that. That's why I want to get a bunch of leather. Also, the more important thing, leather can be used for books, which you can, you know, you can use, you can make written books, which I can have a librarian, I can trade written books for emeralds, so that's another reason. So these are going to stay, but we're going to take these items. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can take like a block, like some kind of block. Sometimes, well, a lot of the time, people use cobblestone. You know, that works. But cobblestone's kind of like precious to me. You know, just for the fact that if you look around, I do a lot of half slabbing. And cobblestone smelted in the furnace basically becomes stone, and you turn stone into stone half slabs, and that's what I'm currently using. And then eventually I'll use other half slabs once I get more materials. And yeah, I had a bit of a creeper ambush here. One blew up here, and then there was one over there that tried to blow up. So yeah, I gotta fix this, make it look right again. They even got this part too, these buggers. Huh. Let me show you guys this. So, I got, first things first, before we get to the AFK fishing thing. I put in a lighting system so I could shut this on and off. Let me know what you guys think about it. It's really simple. It actually works pretty good. And I still have two blocks, like solid blocks above the spawner. So even when the lights are off, they can't spawn up there and, you know, I won't be missing any zombies. This thing's pretty cool. You know, when the spawner, you know, projects them there, they go down either way. And I noticed having that there actually increased my spawn rate. For some reason, the spawner will spawn them in water, but not as often as it will on a solid block for some reason. So that's just a little pro tip for you guys who are making mob spawners, you know, for into something else. It's just my observation, and it seems to be something that, and I also like that little bit of redstone. So let me show you guys this. Just put some. I just have 2 half slabs here, just so I can see through, but still keep it dark in there. So if we go down here, right? So when I want to grind for experience, killing zombies and collecting their loot, I have this little switch here, right? And then they start to spawn in. Just as I can hear them, you can hear them falling there. And you can see that we'll probably still be able to see them with this darkness level. That's a crappy thing. Unlike PC, you know, you can't see the lighting levels, you can't see your frames, you can't see a lot of things that are... And see? Just like that. Yeah, you got tricked. So, I can turn that on and off, which will be really good for my AFK fishing, right? Because when I do my AFK fishing, this actually affects the spider spawns from my spider spawner. So let me show you guys this. I haven't made something to turn off this one yet, but I will. I'm going to put an ender chest right here, because it'll be very helpful. I got the hoppers put in place for this. I still got to get the glowstone, that's why this isn't finished up. And I'm going to make it like a mixture of either stone and wood, stone and nether brick, or stone and quartz. You know, I'm thinking stone and quartz is going to look really nice. You know, you guys can let me know down in the comments what you think would look good for this little storage part right here. You know, stoning, like, you know, just give me your opinion down below and I'll go through it and we'll see what it'll be made out of. Now here's the AFK fish farm. You know, we got the open block going all the way up to the top there, so because that's essential for increasing the, you know, catch rates. We got a system right here, you know, as a backup. I'm gonna put a comparator here with a redstone lamp, so I know if it's backed up that far, you know, with items. So to actually get to the bottom, yeah, and I put a little crafting table there in that room. I made it so that you basically go down to the same area where you would to collect the string. Okay, so this is where you collect the string, right? And as you guys can see, we got quite a bit of stuff that fell in here. Now, this is the item filters right here. They kind of take up the majority of the room, and then you got the storage chests, like right there. Whole bunch of them. And then when the items get sorted, right, the things I don't want, they're going to come through here, they're going to go through here, then they're going to go into here, right? So say for example, I don't want, I don't know, this piece of cobblestone. It'll go there. And that'll greatly help out a lot with the amount of items I do want to keep for this one. So now we got to get up there. And yeah, the cool thing about these item sorting systems is they're kind of modular. Like, and when I say modular, I don't know if that's quite the term to use, but I like the way it sounds. But yeah, I like how they can actually be beside each other and the redstone doesn't really screw with one another. So, do you see this one facing into the comparator? That one is the one we're going to put the item sorting in. Right, so if we do this, and the 5 items we didn't want, right? Let me just grab them here. That's 4. Where was numero 5? Oh yes, bones, because we're going to be collecting all that stuff in the other one. So whatever you don't want, right, you would put a stack in, and if I built these right, that won't take the whole stack of those fish out. Just like that. So anytime fish come through this system now, right, what's going to happen is it's basically going to, you know, read that from this hopper, and it will take it out and then send it to that dropper over there and shoot it out into the lava and destroy it. So there's no extra lag from items like you know, just floating around for 5 minutes. So we're going to do the same thing, you know, for all of these. And it should be relatively simple process. Don't know if that one goes down or not. Let's try something here. Let's put half. Whoops. Huh. I wonder if I need more than one. Oh well, I'll test that in a minute. Whoops. I was on the wrong thing. Go there. Go there. That one should sort itself out. Thank you. Then we're going to put the bones in here. And I imagine when that does build up like these ones to the amount of 41, it's gonna start getting rid of them. So I'm not too worried. I've built a lot of these item sorters. I didn't come up with this design, by the way. This is somebody else's design, but it's a very good one. So the bowls, the same thing. They should build up to 41 if that's how far if it stacks up to 64. These name tags though, these things, they make me wonder. So I'm gonna quickly run back and grab a couple more, and we'll see if that's what happens with them. I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, here I am. I got like almost a full stack of name tags so we could test out that one thing and see if it's gonna behave the same as the others, because it should. By my like I said, if I've done it right, it should go down to 41 when I put this stack of name tags through the system. So if we hop up here, and this is the one, right? So we put the name tags in here as if, you know, I was AFK fishing. That's what we're simulating with this little test here. And that should go up to 41. And that's what it'll do when it gets any items that match the filter. It'll try and increase, but it won't. It'll just keep like, they'll go through this hopper into this chain of hoppers, right? Like I said, and then it goes out here. And you don't gotta worry about that excess stuff anymore. But yeah, this was a lot of building, guys, and I got a lot of editing to do. But it's been lots of fun, like always. All I can say for the iron golem project is, like I said, I'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on with that. Because like I said earlier in the episode, I don't feel comfortable releasing a tutorial of my own on it until really know like a great deal about what's going on, why it works, what makes it and breaks it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. It's been lots of fun, like I said. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day out there.